Hey, how's it going? Alright, so what we're going to do today is talk a little bit about how I'm going with my Team Project Pan. So this is, I guess, how I went in April. Yeah, so I think I actually made a bit of progress with quite a few things in April. I finished off a couple of items and it's been pretty good. So we'll get into, I think, the ones that I finished off in April first. So I introduced, it was a dodgy little thing to introduce anyway, a little sample of the Hourglass mineral veil. I've scraped down the sides. I've got as much out of it as I can. And it's a fine primer. I was happy to use it up. And it's all done. Then I used up my Nude by Nature mineral powder. So that is empty. Yes, that felt like it was taking forever. And I also used up as well the Nude by Nature little mineral veil, the little translucent powder. So I've used up those three products, which is fantastic. The ones that I'm getting close to using up are the so just to give you an overview of how much it was 0.091 grams of the mineral powder and 0.16 grams of the the finishing veil. So that was the amount of products I used up, but they're used up. So let's look at the other things that are in my collection before we look at the things that I've introduced to replace, I guess, the things that I've used up. So let's go with the one I'm about to finish. You can see down the bottom I've got the littlest, tiniest amount is the Smashbox primer water. So apparently it says I used up about 20 mils of that, or 20 grams of that. So it's probably about right. So that's probably got two more uses in it max, and it's done. And then I've got my Rimmel Lasting Finish Breathable Foundation. I had to take the stopper out. So we've gotten to that point that I've taken the stopper out, and we are nearly there. So I think this might be the month that I say goodbye to this one. And how much did I use of that? I used 6.93 grams of that in April. So that was pretty cool. Alrighty, what else have we got? I've got my Australis Fresh and Flawless. Now this is obviously one I'm nearly done with. I didn't use it much because I just wanted to get rid of that mineral powder, but I've used it in the last few days. And I've used 0.22 grams of that. Then we get on to our Revlon pink blush. Pink blush. I have used 0.35 grams of that dude. The Colourpop Times Square, I haven't used much at all. As you know, April was my Red My Lips campaign, so I was wearing red lips all month, so I used it once, I think, at the end of April, and that was 0.02 grams is all I've used of that. Then we get on to my little Shiseido stick concealer. Okay, I am nearly done. It's only got a little bit to go. It feels like it's just never ending. And how much have I got of that? I used 0.31 grams of that one up. Then I've got my Shiseido cream concealer. I introduced this. I wish I hadn't. I don't really like it. It's too light for my skin tone. It says light medium, but I'm not sure. I'm wearing it today. I don't really know how I feel about it. And I've used 0.37 grams of that. My Revlon Sculpt and Highlight Contour Kit, I have hit pan on. So there we go. So I mainly use these two. I rarely go into those ones. And I have used, if I can find it, 0.67 grams of that. It's a really soft powder, so I'm not really surprised that I'm using it a lot because it has a lot of kick up when I run my brush through it. So I think a lot of that powder is wasted. So I'm not surprised I'm going through it pretty quickly. My Shiseido blush, my little stick blush. I keep forgetting to use this because it's not, cream blush is not something it's an everyday thing for me. So I have to remind myself to use it. And most days I forget. And I've used, where are we? 0.15 grams of that. It's a beautiful blush. I just forget to use it. My MAC Whisper of Guilt highlight. So here we go. I have done 0.14 grams of that. My MAC Subculture lip pencil. You'd think I'd know the names by now, but I've got to think about it. Was 0.11 grams. My brow pencil. Apparently I didn't use any of it. And we talked about that last time. You know, it's such a little amount of product that is in it that it's kind of, whether it comes up on my scales or not, I don't know. But apparently I use none of it, which is quite interesting because I use it nearly every day. But there we go. Then my brow plumper from L'Oreal, that has, I've used 0.25 grams of that. My MAC Black Track, I've only used 0.03 grams. Again, I forget to use it. I forget that it's in my project pan, and I don't think about it. And I need to like kind of start putting it to the forefront and thinking you need to actually use this instead of going to another black eyeliner. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. My shadow insurance, I think this is coming to the end. So I have to, like, you know, to get stuff out of it, I'm squeezing the tube up. And I have used 0.48 grams of this fella. So we're nearly there. Because I haven't used it up, I did introduce this one probably a bit prematurely last month in hopes. So I haven't actually touched this Face of Australia eye primer. So hopefully we'll get to that this month. Then that brings us on to the things that I'm going to bring in to replace the items that I've used up. Now, that primer water, like I said, it's got a couple of uses left in it. I don't think it'll be long. So I'm going to bring in the Australis Makeup Finishing Spritz Matte. I don't know why I bought a matte one. I did it accidentally, I think, because I like their original one, the one that's pink. I don't know what I was doing. So I picked that up, but I might as well use it up. So its starting weight is 117 grams and 117.89 grams. So gonna focus on that one once I use up the primer water. To replace the Hourglass primer, I'm introducing two. So I'm introducing the Smashbox pair. I've got the Smashbox Original Photo Finish and then the Smashbox Pore Minimizing. Main reason I'm introducing these is these are now becoming the oldest primers in my collection. So I might as well use up those products that are getting older than open up something new. So started using them. And their starting weight is the Photo Finish primer as of today is 36.74 and the Pore Minimizer is 22.75. And then to replace the Nude by Nature finishing veil, the translucent, I'm introducing my Bobbi Brown face powder in pale yellow. I've had this for probably, again, way too long. But, you know, I think that's probably the benefit of this project pan is moving out those products that kind of sit in the back of your drawer and you get excited by using new things. And then they just sit there and they kind of, I guess, go to waste. So I'm going to focus on that. And as of today, it's 59.39 grams. I'm going to come back to using a palette this month. I used the Tartlet in Bloom all through April. I think because I was wearing red lips, and I used it. I used it for a few weeks, and then I've got some new makeup palettes in the last week or so, so I've been playing with them. But I am going to introduce the Sultry palette for my one palette for the month. Mainly because I really like it, and it kind of, again, I bought it and I loved it, and then I put it to the side and stopped using it. So this is a selection of colours that we've got. I'm wearing that on my eyes today, and I'm gonna give it a go. I can't guarantee that I'm going to use it a lot. I've got a lot of eyeshadows in recently and I want to play, but that's going to be my everyday one that I pull to for like work and things like that. So that is all of my Project Pan items. But I thought, because we're here and it's Mother's Day today, so when I'm filming this, it's Mother's Day, and I've had a lovely Mother's Day, and the kids were wonderful this morning. They cooked bacon and eggs, which is really nice, watching my couple of little 10-year-olds in the kitchen cooking up some bacon and eggs, and they did a fantastic job. But I'll show you what they got me for Mother's Day. So the first thing is my shirt. It says Wonder Mum, Wonder Woman. We know that my saying is to be kind, be strong, be a warrior. So I have this thing with the warrior, the Amazon warriors, and what they stand for. And so that was kind of cool. Nice little shirt to add to the collection of my geeky shirts. There's a lot of them. It's probably the main thing I wear is my geeky shirts. Then I got a couple of pictures that they drew me. So I've got a little cow. Cows mean a lot to us with the children that I care for. There's a story behind why cows mean a lot, and that was really sweet. So that was from one of my the children I care for, and she also made me a little did this one as well, and it basically says, Happy Mother's Day, hope you enjoy your happy day, love you to the moon and back, and from the moo cows. So it's really neat, really sweet. And then Georgia did a couple as well. So the first one she drew was my little saying. So it says, be kind, be strong, be a warrior. And she drew me a Amazon warrior. So that was really lovely. And then she printed out a page of the first chapter of Harry Potter, The Boy Who Lived, and drew an owl delivering the Hogwarts mail on that. And I'm like, it's really cute. So really happy with those. I'm lucky I have wonderful children, and they bring joy to me. I got a Harry Potter Lego. So adding to my Harry Potter Lego collection. So this one is of Aragog's Lair. So here we go. So we'll get that. Then the only thing I said to them that I wanted was a pair of flannelette pyjamas. So I got a pair of flannelette pyjamas. So there we go. It's starting to get a bit cool, and I needed a new pair of flannelette pyjamas. So I was like, that's what I want. And we got that. Then they got me a kind of like turtleneck poncho. So a little turtleneck with all of just the poncho top over the thing. This is my kind of style. It's kind of what I like to throw on over my geeky t-shirts. And that's kind of how I rock it. And then another one which was really cute. They're just funny. They got me a fluffy hoodie, kind of, I don't even know what it is, with little pom-poms down the end, extremely soft. So this will be good at night time, throw on over my pyjamas, but it was cute, I love it. It's all soft and fluffy. And then I got a couple of little treat bags that the girls have put together. I'm always happy for chocolate and treats. But they were my little Mother's Day gifts, and I just thought I'd share it with you as an add-on to this video. If you are a mum, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. If you are a son or a daughter, I hope you spoilt your mum on Mother's Day. And if you are sadly one of those people that Mother's Day can bring some sorrow, and I know and I feel it, it's a good time, and the way I look at it, it's still a time to remember just the love that you have for your mum, and or for your child, if they are no longer here with us. And yeah, so that's kind of the way I look at it on a day like today. Both my mums, so my mum and my stepmum, are both not here at the moment. They're here, but they're not here. So I couldn't spend the day with them today, which is a little bit sad. One of my stepmom's overseas, so I couldn't even wish her Happy Mother's Day. And but I've obviously called my mum and, you know, had a chat to her, and we got all sad because we love each other and we just wanted to be there for each other on Mother's Day. But yeah, so I hope you like that little roundup. I'll let you know next month how we're going. Hopefully I might have some more empties. Should have some more empties by that. And I'm getting a little collection of empties back there with a whole lot of other things that I've been using up in the background. So I'll probably do an updated empties pretty soon and let you kind of know my thoughts on the things that I've used up. And that's probably about it. So please subscribe if you haven't. And as always, be kind, be strong, and be a warrior. And I'll see you later. Bye.